What's up, YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson here once again. Thank you guys so much for coming back for another video here in Central North Carolina. Feels like I haven't done a lawn care video in forever, but thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We've been doing a lot of exciting things here on the channel. We're going to talk about a few admin things, a couple things going on with the Midweek Quickie. If you guys watched the past couple videos, you see that I got a wireless mic. I don't think I need to use it today, so today let me know in the comments, if you guys will be so kind, compared to the last videos with the mic. I think I finally got it to where I know how to use it properly. Let me know if you prefer this using just my phone's camera here. I think being that we're going to do a review of the lawn today, obviously I'll be right here by the lawn. I don't think it's necessary to have it on me, so we'll do it old-fashioned way, if you will. Let me know if you notice the difference from the last video. So anyways, thank you so much for coming by the video. We're going to do, as I just mentioned, a review of the lawn. There's a couple things I want to share with you and show you today. But before that, we want to get into a couple admin notes, as I mentioned. So if you're not subscribed and if you're interested in lawn care, DIY lawn care, subscribe below if you're interested. Give us a like if you enjoy the video, if you enjoy the content. We've been trying to push it out here in the winter months here in North Carolina. It's not been a very cold winter. We've had a couple snows. It's supposed to be up in the 60s today, but it's in the morning, so I got the old sweatshirt on. But thank you so much for watching. Let's get into some things I want to bring back to your memory for those that may not have been watching throughout the week, and we'll do a lawn review, so let's do it. So before we go into a lawn review and we walk around the lawn, I did want to mention a couple things. That number one of the things that I've only mentioned, I think, one time on the channel is that social media wise, I am cutting back a lot on social media. There's some personal beliefs that I have. I'm all about sharing the videos on YouTube, sharing the videos on Twitter, sharing the videos sometimes on Instagram, not really, but mainly it was on Facebook, and I'm no longer on Facebook. I decided to delete my personal page after having it since I believe around 2013 or so. A lot of pictures, a lot of memories, a lot of friends, and it is gone. I didn't suspend it. I just went ahead and removed it. So I am no longer on Facebook, and immediately Facebook took down my Mr. Ferguson page. So it is no longer there. We'll see if that comes to hurt the channel. I leave it in the Lord's hands. It's a place where, obviously I didn't see a whole lot of people flocking to watch my videos there. So just know that I'm no longer on Facebook. You can IM me or DM me, whatever, on Twitter. I am on Gettr, Gettr, which is a more of a non-toxic Twitter, and also on Instagram. Instagram is probably the easiest place, but be aware I may even go away from Instagram. It's just if you watch the Midweek Quickies, there's a lot of crap out there on the internet, and I don't want a lot of that in my life personally. So just know that Mr. Ferguson is cutting back on social media. That's the first thing. The second thing I wanted to bring to your attention is that if you're one that only watches the lawn care videos and you don't watch the Midweek Quickies, we've been having an excellent series. I know a lot of people don't watch the Midweek Quickie videos, and that's fine. Not here to say, hey, watch it because I need more views, but we've been doing an awesome series called Why I Believe. And it's simply why I believe in the Bible, why I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, and my story, my testimony stories about my life, about things that I've encountered personally, my parents have encountered. And we're going to have two special guests within the next two Midweek Quickies. One being a family member of mine is going to tell their story, and then we have a lawn care person that I mentioned in the last video in the Midweek Quickie that has said yes to me, and they're going to send me a 10 to 12 minute video, maybe a little bit longer, and they will be our guest in the second next Midweek Quickie around the 23rd of February. So I just want to encourage you to tune into those if you're interested. Again, one will be a pretty popular lawn care guy, and next week will be a surprise guest from my family. They have a pretty powerful story about what they've been through, so I would just encourage you to check out the Midweek Quickie if usually you don't, and if you do, continue to watch. I think it's going to be good. All right, guys, so with all the admin stuff out of the way, here is the lawn. As I've mentioned in past videos, we do got a little bit of change, not much, not pretty much much of anything really, but the color has begun to subside some here in my lawn. Over here in the section where we talk about, we've put some dense shade mix and everything, it looks kind of the same. We do have some moss trying to pop up a little bit. I've got Moss X in this box here I need to spread out, but it's looking good, looking the same. It's going to be warm today as I'm filming this on the Thursday. It comes out, obviously you're watching this on a Friday. It's going to be warm, I believe, tomorrow as well. I may get out here and do a mow, and if I do that, we'll update you on Monday. We've got some withering away. I think it's just some of the plant going dormant in some areas, but mainly in the middle. We've had snow, we've had moisture, a lot of moisture lately, a lot of rain. I have not been out here and watered my lawn at all in a very long time, but we do have what looked like at first, I was like, oh, we might be having some fungus come through, because as the light hits it, I don't know if you can tell, but there was just a little bit of like not yellowing, but the tips and I think it's just the overnight, as you can see kind of right here. If I get in on it, my first thought is, oh my gosh, we got fungus going on, but I don't think that's what it is. I think it's just the time of the year. We've got 20s, we've got teens, we've hit the teens sometimes at night, and some of the tips of the grass blades are a little yellowy brown. I think it's just really going dormant. It's nothing that is, because as you can see right here being a perfect example, let me pull this bad boy out. I don't think that it's fungus. I think it's just the grass going dormant, although that is weird on this one that it's brown down there at the bottom, and at the top, let's see if I can focus some more, and at the top it is green. I think it's just going dormant. Again, I'm a DIYer. I am not a professional. I don't see an outbreak all over my lawn as far as, you know, that noticeable, oh my gosh, we got fungus. We're still in the latter parts of winter, and so it's just you know, I think it's the moisture, and I think it's the very cold temperatures at night, the frost. It's just in that dormant state because it's not growing rapidly, and it is losing some of the nitrogen color that we've plugged into it with our last application of the Flagship. So as far as the backyard here and just kind of moving around it, everything is pretty much the same. You can kind of still see some of the brown right here in front of me in these areas where we talked about some of the Bermuda grass that had crept in possibly over the summer last year that is dormant and brown, and that's what that brown is that you're looking at. So we will see if that starts to pop back up when it gets warmer, and Fusilade is in our arsenal to maybe try to stop and control crabgrass. So we'll see what happens there. And over here, we're, you know, up the side here, again, you can see some of the grass blades have begun to grow. It looks like it could use a cut, and with the warm temperatures and with the water, it's I think we could cut it. It's an uneven blades here on the side, but the color looks great. I mean, it's not fading down so much. It's like, you know, compared to Mr. Brandon over here, you know, his is really dormant since they've last, you know, mowed over here, but I've applied nitrogen, and I think as it uses some of that, as we have warmer temps, it's growing randomly in different fescue plants over here. So the rest of it is looking good, and really there's nothing to show. Yesterday I could really notice some of almost like the new baby grass coming up, but it looks good. As you guys can see, the color is looking pretty phenomenal. I'm happy with it. I'm not going to mess with it. I was debating whether or not to get out here with some 700 Green Effect and throw down some iron and get some color back into it. But, you know, after they got me pretty good on the grass factor, laughing at my iron levels, I'm like, you know what, probably don't need any iron until we do a soil test and see where we are with the iron. But again, we talked about it last January lawn review. We've got some Poa annua that's tried to creep in and has creeped in here in the ditch area. And so one of the things that came to my mind is, you know, Pete did his video on that little tool where he could plug out plugs of grass to be able to move. And you know what, that would work well for Poa annua, but I haven't purchased it. But it's something that if you have little splotches like I do, there's little splotches here in the ditches and in the area here of Poa annua, if it's not a lot, that tool would be great. And I'll leave a link below for Amazon if you're interested in some of the ones he was talking about. But you can just pull out plugs of grass, but but be aware, you know, where there's bare grass, you'd want to put seed down so that it grows back in with good seed. So here's where some of the POA is. It's not, to me, it's not spreading a lot. It's still in this general area here, and some over here by the ditch area. You can still see water standing where we've had rain. One of the things I get onto my wife, and I'm not 100% sure it's her. It could be me sometimes in the truck, but you know, right here, it looks like we have an awkward shaped driveway you guys have seen, and it gets ran over. That drives me nuts. Like when we just back straight up and I'm like, woman, come on now. And so sometimes it could be her, sometimes it's not. You know, we're talking on the phone, we get distracted. So anyways, overall, everything's looking pretty good. The things that are dormant still lying dormant. The grass is growing a little bit at a time here. And then over here, you know, on the strip, as I was showing you, besides where it looks like it's gotten hit by some tires here, everything is growing. We need to pluck out some grass out of the rocks here. The strip is looking great. Again, this was riddled with Bermuda grass at one point. We cut it short. We did glyphosate. We planted Cool Blue, and we planted GCI turf over it this past fall. And so far we've gotten the Bermuda grass out. Now, as you can see over here in the neighbors, they're dormant, and they've got, you know, they're not big grass people like our past neighbors, but we're back here on the side, and you can maybe sort of kind of see what I was talking about with the dormancy happening in the middle of the yard here. But again, it's nothing that stands out that's anything incredible besides the deer, the relentless deer. We're gonna have to, they're now coming up here to the front bush, all the way up here, guys, to the front of the house. I mean, they have no fear, and they're chewing and gnawing over here on our bushes here. You can see right there, you know, they're chewing on the tip of that, as well as this one over here. You see that one on the end, and you see this one right here. They're coming all the way up here and just gnawing on our bushes. So we're gonna have to pull them up, take them back. Lowe's will give us a refund, and we'll do something different. But that's pretty much it. Not much to report, not a lot of content today, so I do apologize for that. But the lawn is looking great for February in North Carolina. It looks like and feels like that in March, we're really gonna start warming up. We'll really probably have to start paying attention to soil temperatures for pre-emergent very soon, because remember, 55 degrees. Before we hit that 55 degree mark is when we want to get our prodiamine going, throw her down. We want to stop that crabgrass for spring. So that will do it for us today. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Again, remember about the social media. Just wanted to remind you guys about that. Please check out the Midweek Quickie if you're interested, even if you just give it a view and it's not your type, your cup of tea. But if it is, share it with somebody. We'll try to kick up again the lawn care videos as well. We got 2 special guests coming up on the Midweek Quickie. As far as lawn care, our next big thing, as I continue to mention, will be the prodiamine application. We need to get prodiamine down. It is vitally important for your lawn. If you're new to lawn care, don't skip over the prodiamine. We need to find out, even if you buy one of those little tools where you can go out and physically measure your soil temperatures, when you're getting close to the 55 degree mark, that's when we want to go out with our sprayer. Or you can buy the granular prodiamine, and we want to get that down in our lawn to put that preventative layer on our soil to prevent weeds for this spring. All your neighbors are going to have the crabgrass. All your neighbors are going to pop up with the weeds, but your lawn will be set apart if you'll do the pre-emergent in the proper timing. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you all for supporting the channel. We'll continue to try to pump out content just as best as we can. We don't want to waste anybody's time, but thank you guys for watching. Thank you for letting the ads play. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for using the links in the comment section and in the description. And I just appreciate you guys. I just want you to honestly know that. Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next lawn care video.